Alright guys, welcome to the Red June Cup number 3 on iOS. My name is Computer Counterfeit Hartnell, joined by Haxel today for our encounter of the best teams on Modern Combat 5 on the iOS platform.
We have quite a few teams participating in this weekly cup, Red June Cup number 3. We're actually going to be starting off with a round of 16, so quite a few teams have signed up for today. However, it looks like we're already going to have one ahead. Score Gaming already going to be in the quarterfinals.
Yes, so Score Gaming coming in as our number 1 seed. We have our feature match coming up between the Shadows and the Cold Tryout teams. These are two teams who are struggling Cold Tryouts are just about keeping into the top 8 that will allow them access to our monthly funnels a little bit later on, and Shadows, one of the up-and-coming teams, looking to steal away that spot from them.
We also have Bang Fam and ASW Esports participating in today. Bang Fam and AWS both kind of grained in. Bang a bit more, they're already in the 4th position, so they don't really even need to play today. And they could still be going into that monthly final, but it looks like they just want to continue on, try to get a chance to get that cash money from the prize pool.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's certainly the seeding can go a long way towards making sure you don't get knocked out in the early rounds by some of the most proficient teams. Of course, we've got another top team playing just below them, Victory of Lords, taking on the Animals from the USA. Victory Lords, another team we'll be keeping an eye out on during today's tournament. We expect them to do very well.
After that, we have Dark Chaos versus LV. And I believe these are actually newer teams that we're seeing. So it's also always great to see new teams, new faces coming into the combat, especially if we had these tournaments that have been just dominated by these old teams. Just having some new faces, some new blood, might be some new competition.
Yeah, and just below them, the Incredibles will be taking on 098 K-Leagues, another team we've seen around for a while, and yes, the injection of new blood. Basically, anyone you can see coming in as about 10th, 11th, those kind of seeds, they're all teams that are fighting to take down one of the upper teams and take that top 8 spot that is so important. Oh, actually, I think we're not even going to get a chance to finish this particular one as we're going straight into our first game between the Shadows and the Cold Tryout team we mentioned up here, going on to Streets for our first encounter.
Alrighty. Team Battle Streets, somewhat smaller map, however, it can be played in a lot of different ways. We've seen teams playing it in a more defensive pattern, just trying to stay back, the red spawn. But we've also seen a lot of aggressive plays as well, just keeping control of the center building.
Shadows playing over the blue, Cold Tryout over on the red once more. These two teams scrapping to try and get into and stay in the top 8 and get their chance at the big prize in the monthly finals. Who will take our first on-stream game? First blood falls to the Shadows.
We will see a quick trade back, though, and actually taking back the lead by Cold. They're just going to be trying to hold on to the center building. This is one of the tactics I was talking about right here. Having control in that center building actually just gives you a lot of map access, gives you access to the balconies, also gives you access to the back alley as well.
That's pretty even so far. Let's toss on the map and see what it's going. So yes, it looks like the Shadows are taking the eastern part of the map, looking to try and lock things down. And it's working pretty well for them so far. Cold Tryout falling behind means they'll have to engage.
Yeah, Cold tries to engage and they get shut down right away. A quick double kill coming in from Triple I. A very, very good 2 picks right there. The thing is, usually this spot is not as good for defending, but just the way that they're holding it right now is so strange that Cold Heart is seeming to get caught off guard by it.
Yes, we much more commonly see the far western side of the map, but much more open here, but the angle's being really abused, particularly by Triple I, who's doing fantastically so far. Submarine going to pick up one, as the Cold Tryout team are struggling to even get a few kills through. Triple I does go down, and maybe this will allow access for the rest of the Tryout team.
Now, usually the one difficult thing about holding the site is the fact that some teams don't really have the best coordination, but it looks like they did have this pretty locked down until Colt just pushes in and takes down most of the players. Wow. As long as you have that good coordination, it's really easy. It's at least a lot easier to defend. But as you saw, as that coordination kind of what I did for a second, it shattered pretty quickly.
Yeah, really nice comeback there from the Cold Tryout squad, who looked like they had been overwhelmed by the very strong Shadows defense. We drop in with Suthi, team manager of the Cold Tryout squad, leading things from up on high, and we'll see how well the Shadows are able to re-establish themselves as they go back to the same sort of strategy, and it seems like that's what they're going for once more.
The Shadows actually is now keeping control of the red spawn right here, just trying to stay back, trying to bait out their advantage, try to get some kills, and they do actually get traded up relatively quick. A tied score for Cold now. Cold actually going to be taking the lead for just a brief moment, pushing in, trying to get that lead. We see Suthi still trying to just battle it out, picking up the last few kills and some kill streaks as well.
Wow, Cold Tryout really coming alive. We're just coming up towards the halfway mark, but Cold Tryout now the ones in control. Shadows, I don't think, can even afford anymore to play defensively from behind. Triple I, of course, does remain a major threat, but if Cold Tryout can take them off the field, they can't keep racking up those kills.
Shadows just keeps on trying to go back into this spawn location, or maybe they're just getting trapped in the spawn location. We do see Cold just pushing in, just trying to force them out of that one spot. But the thing is it really the best idea to do that when they have the lead?
Oh boy, yeah, it's almost back to complete parity between the two teams. Let's see who's getting those big numbers. Let's see. So it's going to be Suthi, the manager over on COD, and of course Triple I doing very well, along with Bot for the Shadow side.
We have an airstrike coming in. It almost takes out quite a bit of the team, just damaging them a bit. But that is a perfect opportunity for them to actually be a bit more aggressive, for them to actually push in. But while they're being aggressive, we do see Shadows actually taking that opportunity and tying up the game.
Alright, well there we go. I can't believe after all of that early action, we end up with a dead even encounter. But Avi does manage to pick off one, gets taken out very low. Avi actually the owner of the Cold Tryout squad. So definitely working together with Suthi to provide the calls for Cold Tryout, which so far have let them be ever so slightly in the lead, but far from comfortable.
Cold is able to pick up another few kills and actually take back the lead for a brief moment, but we do see Suthi starting to overload, has to try to rush in to get that knife, and gets taken out. Legend getting knocked out as well by Bot, and a kill coming in from Triple I, giving Shadows the lead with only 2 minutes left. Going to put a bit more pressure back onto Cold.
After everything that's happened, Shadows back to where they were when this, or the kind of situation at least they were when it's all began. We have switched sides of map, but Shadows trying to play it out defensively as they trade kills back and forth. Shadows from around Cold Tryout from Saudi Arabia, and we could not get a closer opening match.
Yeah, it just also the way that they're playing it is one of the reasons why this map is actually taking a bit longer than usual. Just playing defensively can work out, but you can see how close the score is at the moment. Just Cold, only 1 point ahead. They're trying to back off now. They could have done that a bit earlier when they had the lead before, but they might have just been waiting for that final minute of the match.
Avi manages to get the trade kills off, but Triple I going down is going to be devastating for the Shadows' chances here with only 1 minute left to play. Each kill is going to be vitally important. Mojtaba gets one that gets taken out, but now Cold ahead by 2 as the fighting becomes even fiercer in the close quarters.
We do see all of Shadows just trying to push out, trying to get some final kills in the remaining 30 seconds of this match. But the fact that they waited this long means that they will have be pushing ahead. They will put themselves at a slight disadvantage when rushing in. And that just gives a perfect opportunity for Cold to just tear them down as they are rushing out of that spawn.
Avikoi, with a huge amount of kills and deaths, has certainly accelerated the end of this game. Shadows grouping up, and that only puts them in the sights of the Cold Triad squad.
Just a clean wipe right there with that lax sniper rifle, being able to just spray so many shots down the lane, giving his team a chance to actually flank from behind and get that final kill of the match.
Wow, what a first game. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Man, considering how it started, it's great to see how dynamic that whole game was, rushing backwards and forwards. Let's see who ended up with the big numbers. There was from bottom III, who we were kind of looking at a lot during that, there's a lot of players off the top of the scoreboard who killed a lot but also died a lot. I think Submarine and Ninja actually the ones who ended out with the best KD ratio out of that game.
Yeah, all of Cold Triad did pretty good in terms of keeping their score positive. We'll have to see a bit better from Shadows in the next game once we get into our team battle museum.
Alright guys, we'll take ourselves to just a little break while the players do get set up, and of course the giveaway details starting on Twitch as always will be up on screen shortly, so please do stay tuned and we'll be back as soon as we possibly can. Alright guys, welcome back for our second match of the day. Shadows going up once more against the Cold Tryout squad. This time, our destination, the museum.
Museum, quite a long, large map. Lots of snipers are going to get pulled out by both sides. And we'll see how well they use these snipers and who has the best snipers. Currently, we already do see a confrontation going on. Triple I spotting a few of the enemies, trying to throw some grenades, maybe using some of those new armor cores as well.
Yeah, but well, the initial exchange of gunfire, which played out pretty carefully from both sides, does leave Cold Tryout with the oh-so-small advantage. As we see, yes, Legend, Abaco, and Mojtab are all getting kills for themselves. I wonder if we might see these two teams manage to close the distance on one another, or if it will be a full sniper matchup.
Well, currently it looks like no one really wants to do any large type of pushes. Just trying to stay back, trying to bait out the other team, see who peaks first. Cold slowly getting a bit more aggressive. We see number 3 just pushing up ever so slightly, trying to get the kill, but does get taken out. And that does tie up the score for both teams.
Yeah, now Cold Tryout with a somewhat diminished roster after that attempt. We'll have to think through what they're going to go for, as with it being dead even between the two. It seems like Shadows are going to play this one out a little bit more defensively, all gathering in a sarcophagus room and trying to cover all of the appropriate angles.
We see Cold actually taking the lead, but Triple I still just putting in work, getting a few kills to at least lessen the advantage that Cold has. Cold, however, still picking up kills, and the lead just keeps on growing.
Yeah, Legend in a great position there to pick off the Shadows players. Makes you wonder if we might see a change of strategy, and we're actually seeing the Shadows team splitting themselves across the map, and maybe looking to get some pincer kills.
Splitting up actually could be a good idea, however, it's also very risky, because then you have the chance of people just double teaming, and just pushing in as a group on these individual players. However, it also does give you the chance of actually having better flanks, more flanks on the enemy team, especially with a map as large as this. Flanking can be quite effective.
Wow, yeah, I mean, Bot was able to kind of exist within the Cold Tryout team for quite a while there before being finally taken down. But nonetheless, Cold are building up a pretty heavy lead, almost going ahead. No, they will go ahead by 10. The last game was only decided by a 7-kill difference, but Cold seems to have really found their stride. Triple I, though, has something to say about that.
It looks like stuff did hit the fan for a moment,
Ooh.
but they're going to be fighting back. Shadow is going to just continuously trying to pick up kills, but we do see Cold at least trying to shut that down as well, with the lax sniper rifle spraying down the lane. They're going to use that opportunity while they back off to try to push up, and it's not really going to see too many results just yet.
Abaco able to get the kill through there. As Cold Tryout looking very strong, despite Submarine managing to get a pick off there, going down extremely low in the close quarters. Does get the reset, but Cold Tryout finish off the job, denying the resurrection.
We do see Triple I just trying to use this lane to his advantage. Already just pre-firing down because he knows there's someone probably down there. He's going to try to see where the shots are coming from, and with those shots they fired at him, he gets the extra information he needs. However, it looks like he wasn't using that extended field of view that they added to the game, and doesn't realize there was someone coming up right next to him.
Yeah, information definitely is power, especially when it's such fast reactions required from the players. That's getting rushed down. Extremely effective when someone is all kinds of scoped in. Link goes down extremely low, but doing extremely well. 8-2 so far. I think doing a pretty good job of carrying the team along with Mojtaba and Suthi.
We do see Shadows. They were able to pick it up a bit, but that was only after Cold was able to get such a massive lead, and they're just holding on to that lead now. If they hadn't let them do it a bit earlier, the score, I feel like it would be a lot closer.
For sure, Cold Tryout certainly know how to take a lead and make the most of it. We can see the efforts of the Shadow team to try and stabilize this second round of 16 game seem to so far be for naught. They're slowing down Coldtrite a little bit, but they have not reversed the flow of kills. Bot does at least get one, and Az as well. But I feel like with only 2 minutes left on the clock, Coldtrite have everything they need.
They're going to be trying to go in for those final 7 kills. They do know how difficult it could be, though, if they try to push in as a team, and we do see them getting punished for that, as Bot is able to just push out and mow down quite a few players, as well as the support from his team. As they start pushing in from here, Bot is going to continue holding down this angle.
Yeah, Bot is an absolute monster, finding all of the angles to try and throw off the Coldtrite squad. Heroic attempts from the Shadows team from Iran to try and get their way back into this one. Of course, with Coldtrite with 1 game secured, they will be securing the place in the quarterfinals with just 2 more kills coming through. Link gets 1.
And they are able to get the last kill as Legend is able to no-scope the final player, giving them all the points they need, and +1 apparently, because it says 51 for some reason on my screen. Is it 51? Let's see. It is.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one before. It must have been someone who was on the morph who got killed at the same time.
That could be the case. But what a way to actually end off that second game. Cold tryouts, pulling ahead 2-0. Shadows going to be getting knocked out.
Alright guys, so we found ourselves our first quarter finalists. We have opened up our first giveaway, of course, on Twitch, hashtag RO16 into the Twitch chat if you want to enter in for that one. We'll be drawing that a little bit later on. But for now, we headed to break, and when we return, more Modern Combat 5, either of the ESL variety or perhaps a community game. We'll see how it goes, but we'll catch you guys in a minute. Alright guys, we are waiting on our next match, which will be Score Gaming versus the Cold Tryout team we just saw make it through to the quarters. But while we are waiting, we'll see if we can fit in a free-for-all. And of course, you know who loves free-for-alls the most, it's Hacksaw!
Of course I love free-for-alls. Free-for-alls is the best when I'm not getting backstabbed and when I'm winning. But that's besides the point. We're going to be getting into one just a few short moments. You guys already know what's up, how to get into the lobby yourselves. Should still be the standard ESL 123. Feel free to join up right now.
Alphabet, Beta, Gamma, nice to see you again. It's been a while, I think. MC5 Hacker, you can't join. That's weird. It seems other people have joined already. I don't know why that would be the case. Maybe try the invite in the global chat if the passkey isn't working for whatever reason. Yes, Alpha. Great to see ya again. MC5 Hacksaw, where is Hacksaw? He's in the game. He's talking to you with his voice. And as soon as we actually get people into the lobby, we get a passkey for our next upcoming match. So this might have to go on hold for now until we actually see what's up with this next match. Yes, I'm sorry about that, guys. It is going to be the way it plays out in these, is that we are just filling a little bit of time with the community games a lot of these occasions. So we'll be getting into the score match, and we'll of course try and come back and give you that community game as soon as we can find a space in our busy schedules.
The bait and switch, it works every time.
I used it. It's all part of the plan.
Indeed.
Alright guys, so we'll just wait for the two teams to get ready. I'll drop everybody into the pre-game so you can see for yourself when it is about to happen. And I'll tell you what, we'll probably try and fit that free-for-all in off after this game, just so you guys don't feel too sore about being all left out in that regard. But for now, we shall wait. Cold Tryout, fresh off the victory against the Shadows, now go up against Mexico's Score Gaming. And congratulations to Mexico for scoring in the World Cup. Yes, I fitted it in somewhere. But the game's still going on, so it could all turn around and look all kinds of foolish. But for now, we'll have a little break and catch you guys when the players are ready. Alright guys, welcome back once more as we see the return of the Cold Tryout Squad, this time going up against Mexico's Score Gaming in our first quarterfinal of the day.
It's going to be quite an interesting map since Rooftops always has its own different play styles. You can either rush the top, rush the bottom, or kind of switch it up and rush the sides, but it looks like both teams right now are trying to push for that top control. However, Cold is going to be the one to actually get those first few kills.
Yeah, very strong start from the Cold squad. Really tearing into the Score Gaming lineup. And honestly, this high ground control for Cold could award them with a whole bunch more kills before anything else is done.
We do see Cold just holding onto that roof. Roxman does get forced down for a moment and finally does get taken out by Danny. But the fact that they were able to hold the top for a bit did kind of keep Score suppressed. But as you see, as soon as they started falling down, Score was pretty easily able to catch up.
Yeah, we'll have to see kind of how Score are managing this, because things look pretty dire from the opening, and I think Danielle leading the charge back in with Gom attacks as well. We'll see how things end up developing as Cold and Score give each other a little bit of room to recover themselves.
Danny, knowing there's someone on the roof, getting that quick scope on Rocks, but getting taken out right after by Cold. But still, that quick scope was enough to keep his team in the lead for now. Score going to be trying to hold onto the corner of the map and just continuously getting these trades. Gibbs finally getting that one-off kill until he gets traded back as well.
Let's see. So Moj Taba being the one who's keeping Cold Tryout in this game so far. We'll see if that remains the case. Rocking the Recon, looking to try and sneak through and pick off those kills on the Score Gaming lineup.
Getting that information, using that recon perk, trying to find out where these players are before he pushes in. He sees an opportunity to push. He tries to go in for the kill, but that decoy is enough to at least stop him for a brief moment. He is able to take out Danny, and he knows there's someone else there, but Gibbs is not able, or Gibbs is able to take him out fast enough.
Switch our view down to Gumatax, who's just about to assault the rooftops. But actually, no, I tell a lie, because Score Gaming themselves are already in control of the high ground, looking to try and shoot down as Gumatax takes out Roxman. Cold now behind by 4, but the high ground advantage and also punishing the limited avenues of approach to the rooftops could put Score further ahead.
That's why one of the rooftop is one of the strong points of this map. The fact that you have almost complete control of this bottom center of the map just by looking down those alleyways. You also have almost complete control of the top as long as you're making sure that no one's really trying to sneak up to you on the sides. And that's what Score is doing at the moment. They have some players just roaming on the side, some snipers looking down as well. And you can see how much Cold is struggling with getting out of this one location. We haven't really seen them make any big movements as of recently.
No, really, I think trying to re-evaluate their strategy as Score Gaming are looking very strong. I mean, we saw what Cold Tryouts could do against Shadows in the previous game. We know that the possibility of a comeback here for the Saudi team Cold is very much on the cards, but not as long as Score remain in control of the terms of engagement.
We do see some more kills going for Score. Cold really needs to think of a pretty good way to get out of this trap, getting out of the bottom of the map. It looks like they might have been able to find it. They were able to get up the stairs on the other side without getting noticed at first. They do get noticed after, but we finally do see some more kills coming in from Score. Score, although they weren't really prepared for it, they still were kind of prepared for it.
Absolutely, and of course, with the kill streaks coming in, it's just going to get that much harder to assault the rooftop. Score Gaming unshakable in the hold of the high ground, and we can see Cold Tryout have to come up those stairs from one side or the other if they want to go face to face with Score, and it's allowing for the Mexican squad to punish Cold severely.
Cold not risking going out at all with that bomber raging overhead. Go4MC5's going to be trying to be a bit more aggressive, push in, take some pretty critical damage, but that extra HP and armor is enough for him to survive with low health.
2 minutes left to play. Score seemed to be firmly in control, especially thanks to Go4MC5's performance, outstripping Mojtaba the star for Cold Trial in this game by a considerable margin. Just so many kills, so few deaths. That's an amazing kill-death ratio for Go4MC5 to secure for themselves, but they're not even holding back to preserve it. They're getting stuck right in.
Gomi is going to be a bit more aggressive than a lot of these other players. He feels confident with this weapon. We've seen him do pretty well with it previously, and he's just showing his skills at the moment, being aggressive, even when he's at low HP, just pushing in and getting these pretty risky kills.
Yes, a 4% health Go4MC5 still gets another kill through, but I guess when the lethality is so damn high right now, it can not make too much of a difference between 100% and 0. More kills flowing like wine as Score ahead by nearly 20 kills. This is a pretty thorough dismemberment of the Cold Trial lineup.
Score only needing to get 4 more kills. It's going to be trying to rush in, trying to finish up this game. We do have a player disconnect from Cold, maybe just feeling a bit disheartened about how this match turned out, but hopefully they will be able to do better in the next upcoming match. Score just trying to push in, trying to get these final few. Cold just trying to hold on for a bit longer, but Score finally shuts him down.
Wow, that was honestly a fascinating display. We'll have to see what happens in game number 2, but please do stay tuned. The Twitch giveaway is still ongoing, but for now, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back once again. Score Gaming and Cold Tryout clash once more, and it was a pretty fierce win for Score Gaming to start us out. Haxel, do you think the Tryout squad can bring things back?
Well, I feel like they were doing pretty good in the first game, or the first few moments, but after they lost control of that top portion of the map, once Score actually took it over, it started going downhill for them. So if they're able to actually get a pretty solid tactic going here against Score, and they're able to hold on to that tactic, they will have a lot better chance.
See how it plays out as the early fire has left with 1 kill apiece. We have got Ninja trying to sneaky beak around the side, though of course Arcade might be looking to do exactly the same things. Good actually to see the teams going for a more dispersed strategy as the close quarters fight turns messy and Danielle picks up a couple.
We do see Cold, however, holding on to a lead. Going to be trying to maybe be a bit more aggressive as well, as they do start spreading apart, and maybe being aggressive is what they were lacking last time, as they are able to actually take a 3-point lead.
Yeah, some very nice stuff. And let's get it switched over on the UI to reflect who is playing on both sides. So Score Gaming changing it over to the blue, Cold Tryout now on the red side of the tracks. And conversion, yeah, seems to be a lot better of a fit for the Cold team. Looking pretty good so far and controlling the space very well.
We do see a double kill coming back from Score. Score also have losing a player. Might make it a bit more difficult for them to actually do some coordinated pushes. Gibbs looking away at the perfect time, which is quite unfortunate for him. And we will see Danny just trying to push up, knowing that there's someone here. Tries to go for the kill, does make him overload, and just backs off.
Smart and sensible play from Danny L there to keep Score Gaming competitive. I think possibly a bit thrown off by how aggressive Cold have been on this second map. It's not what you expect when you're a game up in this series to have the other team really roar out of the blocks and push you back, but with the return of Zentic for Score to complete their 5-person lineup, perhaps they can start fighting back in themselves.
We do see Score picking up some kills and even actually taking the lead right there, as Gotax is able to get that lack sniper kill. Now the question is, will Cold be able to pull this back? They had the lead, they had the advantage, they know how to play against Score, but has Score just been able to adjust this, or has Cold just slowed down their pace?
Wow, Danielle doing a fantastic job there, taking out the Cold team manager Suthi, doing some very good solo work. While Gomitax, the owner of Score, yet to make the big impact. It's been down to Danny L and Arcade so far untouched in this game, and I'll eventually find them. Where are they? With the... Oh, it's going to be the very first person. 7-0 so far. Make that 8. Oh boy, Score are looking fantastic here.
Arcade calling in that bomber as well, looking to get some maybe kill streak kills, but he realizes there are some people trying to push in. He realizes that there's not really going to be too many people there, and he gets taken out from behind.
Score, I mean, their performance in this later game completely unrecognizable from before. we'll see if maybe there's a miracle forthcoming for Cold Tryout, but it's what happens when you go up against one of the highest performing teams in the Modern Combat 5 scene. Score Gaming very familiar with the semi-final stage. It's always the story for the Mexican squad that they will get up to the high rankings but rarely can break through. Right now though, are looking pretty comfortable against Cold.
Danny pushing in, taking out all these snipers on the top, and those are some people under him as well. Getting that recon info to his team is probably one of the crucial reasons why they are so far ahead. Just the fact that you get perfect radar of those players who are even under you, and just being able to give that info to your team, quite a good way to get picks. We do see Score going to be trying to stay a bit spread apart, but not too much, as they don't want to give any large kill feeds to Cold.
Score just about to break through kill number 16. And up to number 40 is Danielle, absolutely tearing things up in close quarters, more than capable of acting as the wild card for Score Gaming, just getting right in the back of the teams and again catching Cold Tryout napping. As you can see, Danielle has the free fire into the exposed Cold Tryout flank.
Danny's going to continuously push in, try to keep on getting some more kills. I think he just also made someone overload there. Another kill coming in for him. Just a complete monster with his score at the moment. Will he be able to get the 21st kill? Will he be able to get that 3 KD? No, Gomitax was able to steal it from him, but still a massive 20 kills coming out from a single player that match.
That is just absolutely crazy. Fantastic play from Danny there and from the rest of the Score team. Of course, yes, we go. Danny picking up the numbers. Zentik with a very strong performance as well, 10 and 3. We're very excited to see how Score managed to do this time around, but we'll have to bid farewell to Cold Tryout for now. We will at least have the cold comfort, perhaps, that the Score Gaming we're expecting to see go quite a long way through today's bracket. For now, though, let's see. So I'm just going to check and see how our current bracket is looking. Axel, have we got any notable advances?
We do actually have some pretty interesting changes in our bracket. Let me actually make sure I have that page refreshed as well, so we can get the latest and greatest information to you all. And we do have Victory of Lords moving up to the quarterfinals. They're going to be facing against AWS Esports in just a few short moments. AWS taking out Bang. So a pretty big contender, Bang, getting taken out by AWS, who wasn't even seeded yet. So they are actually going to be kind of new to the scene. So facing against Victory of Lords will be quite interesting matchup. We also have Dark Chaos versus 098K. Another interesting matchup as well. Dark Chaos going to be one of the newer teams coming into this.
Yeah, well, as you said as we got started, we're all about seeing new teams, new combinations of players come up and tear down the pre-existing power teams. And of course, our last quarterfinal getting ready, or possibly even being played at the moment, the Midnight esports team versus the NoobTubers. And NoobTubers, definitely one of those new teams we're talking about. Reconfiguration that has managed to do extremely well in recent times. Alright guys, for now though, we will be headed to break. We'll be drawing our Twitch giveaway soon, so get your last entries in while you can, and we'll catch you guys in just a few minutes. Alright guys, we've got a little bit of time before we jump into our next match, which may well be part way through one of the other quarterfinals being played at the moment, but as promised before, we're going to try and get in a free-for-all before that happens, so come and join us. ESL123 or the global chat invite. Come and stab Hacksaw in the back, it's fun, I hear.
Well, hopefully we don't bait and switch it this time. Hopefully we actually can get into this match. We'll find out in just a few short moments. It really depends on you guys. You guys have to get in this lobby yourself. The faster you get in the lobby, the faster we can get some action-packed gameplay. And by action-packed, I mean lots of deaths by me probably. But, you know, I'll try. I'll try not to die. I'll try to do okay.
So Hacksaw, in the purposes of trying to level the playing field for our soon-to-be competitors, what strategy are you anticipating to deploy on this particular free-for-all?
Now, I don't necessarily recall what kind of classes I had set up, so I'm kind of going into this a bit blind. I might mess with some sniping, or if I have the commander, I might try to pull that out as well. Commander weapons are also quite solid. But we'll see. We do have some pretty good players coming in here. A player from Cole Tryouts just joined as well. So just getting some of that competition into this free-for-all lobby. What I'd like to see. Let's get some more people as well.
I think we might have. Yes, there we go. We've got enough to get started with. I'll throw out one more invite into the global chat, and you can of course use the. Oh gosh, now it's my broski's playing as well. So we've got enough to get started with, but you can, of course, use that passkey or the global invite to get into the game once it's on the way. We've got 12 spots, and that means it's only 11 chances to spend some time chasing Hacksaw around, which is, I think, about 90% of what happens in these free-for-alls.
Find and kill Hacksaw. It's like the main objective of these free-for-alls. You gotta somehow humiliate me by teabagging on stream.
I feel like we should maybe try to do the Hunt the Hacksaw minigame.
Oh gosh. I don't think that could end well at all.
Actually, yes. I can see that working. It would take a lot of work on my part. But I think we could maybe do like a variant game where the only points that count it's like we use 3 minutes of a free-for-all, and the only points that count are ones where they kill you.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Wow, you're doing pretty well.
I don't know if 2 kills counts as pretty well, but I'll take it for now. I just walked past a nade, but I've remembered that grenades actually can't kill you. Game apparently. So we're gonna go in. We're gonna go in hard. You know, the proper way to use a sniper is not to actually aim and just hold the fire button in hopes of getting a kill. Let's see if this works out. I'm actually not gonna aim in the rest of this match with the sniper. I'm really tempted to do it, but you know, I have to live up to the rest of the snipers that play this game and not use the aim button if I could actually hit this player. There we go. You know, it took my entire mag, but I was able to get him. There's someone else coming up here. Can I get him?
Had some support coming in from the chat. Mortar MC5 saying, hopefully, no one will teabag Hacksaw. Yes, yes, yes.
Hopefully.
Hunter, you should... Oh, that was nice.
Who needs to scope? Scoping is a joke. You know, you just hold down the fire button. You just point in someone's direction and you hope you hit them.
I really feel like that's a change that needs to happen for the game. If you fire on scope, there should be so much more scatter.
Yeah, there should be, but yeah, that guy just no-scoped me as well. It's the power of the snipes, man.
Oh, FBI Army Man's actually winning this one. Well, I never. Politics leader, love to see you over on the Twitch page. We'll draw our Twitch giveaway winner at the end of this free-for-all, since I think it's about time for it. And we'll check back in with... well, we'll kind of hop between Hacksaw and our score leaders to see how they're doing. I don't know, Hacksaw, I think you're doing pretty decently.
I'm not doing the best. You know, the fact that I said I wasn't going to aim in the rest of this match was also a really not smart idea on my part. But, you know, it's interesting. It's interesting to see how it works out. I hit the guy. He had 20% HP left. So if it didn't actually, if he didn't have the armor, he would have been dead. He would have been a dead man.
Let's check back in with FBI Army Man, who successfully sucked up by putting the British flag on their gun. Doing actually surprisingly. Let's see. So let's see how the table's looking. So FBI Army Man up at the top, Trello's just below, and a fairly close field. Haxel, you've got a lot of ground to make up in these last 4 minutes, but I believe in you.
Well, I said I wasn't gonna scope in the rest of the game, so I'm kind of in a very tough position right here. I might actually try to pick up this guy's gun if I can actually hit him at all.
Nope.
No, you know, I was doing okay earlier, but then I kind of threw. So...
I feel like you set yourself a rather unreasonable expectation of no-scoping your way through the whole match, especially at extremely long range. Hunter's got some advice. If you want to no-scope a sniper, use the P17 silencer. Interesting.
Yeah, I could use the silencer for the better accuracy. However, I don't really no-scope too much, so I just usually go for the damage. Because, yeah, with the suppressor, it's usually still one-shot kill, but there's also that one small chance that they're maybe using a heavy that has the buff. I really don't like that.
Trelos with the Sapper in first place at the moment. I think with a... I tend not to see the prestige weapons very often. I think that's a auto-aiming gun. I'm not 100% certain though. Oh, well there you go. Actually, you just killed them, so maybe you can tell me.
Oh, the weapon he was using?
Yeah.
That was the Mark I Sapper weapon. It pretty much is like a... It has like a laser that points at people, and as long as you have the laser pointing at people, it'll kill them. I'm gonna pick it up real quick.
Yo, barbecuer.
Alright, now how this gun works, if I could actually spot someone. You see, I'm not really... You know, this is a perfect gun for not aiming down sights, because you don't need to aim. They just need to be in the circle. As long as they're in the circle, and you're holding the fire button, you will hit them.
Huh. Sounds both fair and balanced.
Indeed. That's why a lot of people don't like it.
Is that considered to be a prestige weapon, or is that just a standard weapon then?
It's the tier 1. As long as you have the class, you'll have that weapon.
Wow.
So it's quite an interesting thing. It's also quite strong, as long as you are able to keep them in that circle, get those shots off. Did I just make that guy overload? I don't know if I made that guy overload.
So that's... I'm right in thinking that's one of the ones that's specifically banned out in ESL tournaments. Is it? Maybe not.
I believe so. It's the ASW, I think. I could be wrong. I think
I don't know, actually, I think it doesn't look like it is. Because if it's not a prestige weapon, SLS or MUC, then it's not specifically banned out. I'm kind of surprised we don't see more of it. Oh, right, so Hunter's gone into a little bit more detail. The AAW has no sight, and you can't aim because there is no aiming. So I don't know if it's just only good at certain ranges.
It does have damage drop-off. Oh, I hit the guy there. I feels bad, man. You know, I'm not using a suppressor because I want to get that damage, but apparently it's still not instantly killing people. So maybe I should use that suppressor. Maybe I should get that extra accuracy just so I could, in hopes of hitting some better no scopes. Like, I could probably kill them there if I had the suppressor.
It's interesting. So, okay, so Hunter thinks it's not a particularly good weapon, and the opinions seem to be divided between calling it a noob weapon, a stupid gun, and meh. So, I don't know.
Now, I feel like it's quite good, but as long as you know how to at least decently aim. It's like the reason people use, like, noob tubes. Because you don't really have to aim directly on the person, you have to just aim in their general direction. And as long as you're good at aiming in their general direction, you can do some pretty hefty damage. But it also doesn't do too much damage relatively quick. So if you're in a close range gunfight with someone with like a recon, oh, that was a nasty no-scope. If you're in a close range gunfight with someone with like a recon, you're not going to be able to out-damage them. So that's why it's usually not as good.
Alright guys, so we will take ourselves a little break. We're still trying to find that next ESL match, but we will be back shortly, and perhaps you will get another chance to show off your skills live on stream. Yes. I'm sure there will be conversations in the near future, Mulder MC5, about the status of the LAC, because it certainly hasn't suffered too much for having that rate of fire decrease. But for now, we'll be right back. And oh, I almost forgot, we need to draw ourselves a Twitch winner. So let's get that sorted out now. So our Twitch winner is Lauren ASN. Lauren ASN, please post your dog tag and platform. I'll just post that out everywhere. So Lauren ASN, if you're not on Twitch anymore, if you've gone back to YouTube or anything similar, come back onto Twitch, post your details, and you'll be put in for that 400 credits prize. Now though, we'll be right back and catch you guys in just a little bit. Welcome back, guys, and to our very first semi-final of the day. And what a corker we've got for you as Score Gaming go head-to-head with Victory of Lords.
Two just giants in the tournament scene for Modern Combat going face-to-face on Scramble. One of the probably the most, I would say, competitive maps. Just because the way that everything is placed out, there is so many different lanes. There's so many different places you can get sniped from. Also, so many places to get flanked from as well. Vol, however, going to be picking up that first blood on Score.
Victory of Lords cohering very closely together. Bear in mind, guys, Victory of Lords or Vitality, they have been known by the Victory of Lords have been known by many names. Currently, are third placed overall. For the month of June, behind the new tubers and the Royals, looking to try and get hold of as many Go for points as possible and make sure they're right up at the top of the monthly finals seeding.
We do see Score able to tie up the game, maybe even take another point right here as Final does get forced to overload. Nice kill coming in from Score, but Stress quickly trading that back, making it a 2-2 game. Gomitax not having his teammate there anymore is going to be trying to back up a bit more. Stress just trying to chill out in the open.
Stress, the owner of Victory of Lords, with one of the only 2 kills secured for the French team so far, as it's slow and steady in the opening minutes. Each team trying to make the pick off and force the other team to engage on less than ideal circumstances.
Score going to be holding on to this lead, trying to play a bit more passively, wait for Victory of Lords to push themselves, because it's a lot easier to play the defensive than it is to play offensive, especially when people have these immensely strong sniper rifles that you can just spray and take down multiple players at a time. Looks like Score is going to be trying to hold onto that bunker, going to be pushing in. They are able to get a nice double kill, which does give them the lead again.
They're pushing from the side. Rydez leading the charge. Gibbs picks off Zebra. And so far, the Mexican squad looking pretty strong as the trading remains relatively even. Victory of Lords attacking from multiple angles, but so far not giving them the runaway success that they're looking for.
Raids getting taken out by a quick peek out of the bunker. Stress, however, is there to get the trade back. Gomitax is going to be trying to hold this backward angle, so if anyone does actually push out, it would be quite difficult for them to do so with so many players there. Now we see how concentrated this match is starting to get. At first we saw everyone spread out on different sides of the map. Now everyone is starting to push in towards those bunkers. We have 4 minutes left to go, but we already have Vol doing some kind of risky tactics here. Ray is pushing up, trying to get up close and personal, but he does overload.
Yeah, Score Gaming actually busting out of the storage hangar and being rewarded for it. A substantial lead as we come up close to the halfway mark of this first semi-final game. Once more, the Score Gaming, a team in so many semi-finals but so rarely get through to the finals itself, facing off against one of the toughest possible teams on their journey to that final spot. Victory of Lords, who thus far seems to be wilting under the hail of Score Gaming fire.
Their tactic right now is quite good. Just waste the time, push away, maybe bait the enemy into a certain portion of the map that you know how to control, and once you actually do that, just push back and play defensively. Yes, they are losing some kills, however the lead they do have is going to be enough to last them for a while. They're going to be trying to get some more kills, trying to solidify that lead a bit more. We do see some trades coming out from Vol, but will it be enough? Will they be able to do it fast enough?
Zentic able to provide good control over the Hangar 1 entrance, though Stress is doing some pretty nice stuff for the Victory of Lords side. The highest scoring members, in fact both teams, Zentic and Stress, with exactly the same record at this point. Speaking to how close this game is, Gomitax gets the double airstrike kill through and keeps Score looking healthy.
Nice use of those kill streaks right there. Gotax will be staying back as well, just spraying into the bunker. He knows there's players going to be there. He knows there's players going to be peeking. And the more he sprays, the less likely they are to peek, and the more time they will be able to burn. Score continuously picking up some more kills as players from Vol try to escape this spawn trap. But will they be able to do it in the remaining minute and 40 seconds of the match?
Lemon Danky, you think you'll never have the chance to play on the stream? Why do you think that, Lemon Danky? Why all the sad face? You can play in our community matches, and of course you can, if you get in touch before a stream happens, we're always happy to feature new teams, especially new teams who are made up of new players, and give you guys a chance to be shown on stream. Of course, once we get to the later stages, then we do tend to narrow things down to only our best performing teams who remain in the tournament. But in the early going, it's up for grabs for anyone.
We do see Score still holding on to that pretty beefy lead as they make it even beefier, almost 10 points, as we see Vol becoming desperate, starting to push out. Only a minute left in this match. They will have to do something pretty quickly if they would want to salvage this game.
It's Zentic and Gomatax both doing fantastic jobs. Gomatax keeping those death numbers down incredibly low. 9 and 2. No one else really getting close to those kind of numbers. As Score ahead by 10. Zentic keeps the kills aflowing. Takes out Final as well. And Score are looking extremely strong from this first game.
Zentic also does have an airstrike good and ready to go. So if they do try pushing out, if Vol tries to do anything sneaky, you can just call in that airstrike and just really stop their advance. If he picks up another kill here, I believe he would have a bomber. And we do see him looking around, trying to find that kill. And he does spot one. Maybe not. He is able to get that bomber. And that will be enough.
Wow. Winning out by 15 kills. This is a new Score gaming. I fully expected this to be, based on historical performance. Victory of Lords, I would have completely believed going 2-0 themselves in this final, but great to be surprised. Zentic and Gomi are both doing some very, very nice stuff. And of course, yes, so Zentic, Gomi, and Cosmic, all with extremely strong scores. 9 and 2. Cosmic and Gomi. Oh boy, stressed to get a lot of kills through, but ultimately couldn't keep those deaths down. But we've got at least one more game between these two before we move further forward. For now though, we'll be going to break. Facebook giveaway remains in place for now. Get your entries in while you can, and we'll be back soon. Alright guys, we are back for what could be the last encounter, unless Score Gaming are taken down by Victory of Lords. Here, our semi-final in progress, now turning to Vantage. Score Gaming winning out by 15 kills last time. One of the strongest score performances I think I've seen for a long time.
That's also because some of their players had some pretty outstanding performances as well. The question is, will they be able to keep that up with this game number 2? Vol may have learned their lesson, they may have not. They're going to be trying to take a slightly different approach, especially since Score was able to get that first blood.
Xiaomi, I don't believe was playing last time round, substituted in for this next encounter. As I said, Score Gaming, from looking at their previous tournament performance, so very rarely get through to the finals. Oh, here we go, Victory of Lords charging back in to equalise. Cosmic taken down as well, one of our big players from last time round, which puts the French team Victory of Lords ahead, if even by a smallest of margins.
Yeah, that was a quite quick turnaround by Victory of Lords, able to just retake the top, able to clear out these Score players, and even just make them a bit staggered and a bit separated. See Uno able to escape there with his life, and his teammate is able to help him out. Maybe I think he actually made that player overload and just backed off.
Yeah, very prudent play there to avoid the possibility of the reset. As Victory of Lords are starting to build up some steam, Zentic will be able to swipe out some of that momentum from under them as Stress taken off the field. Score looking in a little bit of peril, but we've got those kill streaks starting to materialize. However, briefly for the Score side, Victory Lords still stay ahead for the moment.
A 3-point difference between the two teams. Score could still bring this back. However, they do need to be kind of cautious about this. They had the lead at first, but they were able to lose it so quickly. So they could be just rethinking about ways of holding on this map. As you see right here, Victory of Lords just continuously pushing in. Uno continuously getting kills. 7-1 so far, just an outstanding score for his team at the moment. Will he be able to keep it up?
I can't remember offhand if Uno played in the previous game or just didn't have anywhere near as strong a performance. Either way, certainly a new blood for Victory of Lords is proving extremely rewarding, as Uno going, I think, 1v3 there almost. And still, I think he's going to come out with all 3 of those unless this final shot could take them. No, Xiaomi goes down, and Victory of Lords are building up a huge amount of momentum.
And this is what I was talking about. You see, you don't need to use a scope with a sniper rifle. Uno going in hard, was able to just no-scope practically all of those enemies just down. And that sniper also does have some blast radius to it as well. So even if you don't actually hit the target, if you hit close to the target, it will still do some slight damage, which could be enough to make sure your next shot is a certain kill.
Yes, unless I'm missing my guess, that's the Imp, I believe, that Uno's deploying here, the tier 6 sniper, or is that a different one?
Nope, you are correct, that is the Imp.
Yeah, it's working pretty darn well as Victory of Lords crest the 40 kill mark at the halfway point. Score seemed to be rocked back by Victory of Lords' resurgence in this second game. We are looking very likely to go on to a third game and the rush mode to determine who our finalists will be today.
Victory of Lords, or should we call it Victory of Uno, as Uno is just carrying the team. Even though the rest of his team is putting in a pretty solid bit of work, just the amount of kills he has right now is immense. Just 18-3 against a team like Score is never seen of before.
Wow, so there we go. Vol, after losing by 15 in game number 1, win by 20 in game number 2. I haven't got a clue what's coming for this decider game, but whatever it should be, it will be exciting, no doubt. Before we move on, because we are getting through things quite swiftly, we're going to draw our Facebook winner now, and also redraw on Twitch. So, on Facebook, our winner will be Pekitas Bonita. whose name I'm probably horribly slaughtering, so apologies for that. So Pekatas, if you are still listening, then please do put in your dog tag and the platform you play on, PC, iOS, or Android. Over on the Twitch page, our Twitch redraw winner is... Let's see. Oh yes, okay. MC5 Counterfeit. MC5 Counterfeit. Good job on sucking up with that name. Please post your dog tag and your platform. Alright, but for now we will take ourselves to a little break while we get set up. Game 3 between Score between Score Gaming and Victory of Lords coming up next. One will go to the finals and one will go home. Which will it be? We'll find out soon. Oh man. I didn't realize how young MT5 to Haxor was until relatively recently. Like, I think he must, like, it's really crazy. I think he looks, well, I think I saw a picture of him and he looked like he was like 12 or something.
I thought he was like 14.
I don't know, I was just guessing on the age. But, he still keeps hanging around and having a good time. So congratulations, MC5 Counterfeit. Sorry, MC5 Haxor. This time around you won't have it, but we'll keep on looking for the time being. Alright guys, we're back once again, and of course, myself and Hax are learning the joys of getting hot mic'd accidentally during the break. Much love to all of you guys, and of course to MC5 to Haxel for putting up with all of the giveaway shenanigans. We have got our next move on to Mob Crush for our third one of the day, and oh, hello, that wasn't what I was expecting. It looks like
it's a draw!
Hooray! Everyone's a winner. I think that's how it works. Alright, so I guess that means we'll have to wait for the lobby to reset up. That usually happens when one of the teams is having connection issues, and they don't want to start without all their players.
Especially on Rush.
Yes. Yes, I believe with Rush, I'm trying to remember from what I've seen, because Rush is so infrequently played, I believe if you were originally connected, you can join in partway through a round, but it's not great anyway. Alright guys, so we'll go to another short break, but we should be back shortly. I'll put up the details for the Mob Crush giveaway on the page. For the, let's see, who was it who won on Facebook? Whose name I did a horrible murder of. Pegatas, Benita, so got your details. Yes, so Mob Crush stuff will come up on screen. It will be hashtag semi on Mob Crush. Get your entries in while you can, because as soon as we get through to, let's say, past the first or second game of our Grand Finals today, we'll have to switch to YouTube and draw that winner. So get in while you can, and we'll see you guys in just a couple of minutes. Alright guys, so with the connection issues all resolved, we move into our last semi-final game between France's Victory of Lords and Score Gaming from Mexico. Will Score finally make it to the finals of a competition or of these weekly tournaments, or will Victory of Lords continue to show why they are one of our top 3 MC5 teams?
We already do see Victory of Lords getting probably the optimal position for actually holding on to this map. Just having control by this glass area on the top, it gives you pretty good access to the relay, gives you pretty good access to just the flanks as well. And Score knows this. Score wants to get up there, but they don't want to actually walk up those stairs. They know how dangerous it would be, especially with all the Victory of Lords numbers already just looking there. And it looks like we do have number 3 just peeking out for a few seconds, just trying to get some picks but not gonna commit just yet.
Yeah, Gibbs, the Score Gaming captain, off as one of the flanking members of Score. It looks like Score are committed into the dual-pronged approach. Bear in mind, once the timer runs out, whoever is in possession of that relay will automatically win. As we see the exchange of gunfire leaves casualties on both sides.
Still a kill on both sides. It was a kill that will progress the match a bit further. Score, they did lose one of their good players. However, they were able to get that trade, and getting that trade is all that really matters. As long as you were able to secure a kill yourself, if you lose a player, it's not as important, but we'll have to see how it plays out. Vol could go for the relay, and that trade could go to waste. We'll find out in just a few short moments. We do see how Vol is almost positioned for going to that relay. Looks like they're going to be making a rush for it right here. I don't think Score realizes it until now that they're getting alerted, but will they be able to stop it?
Okay, wow, yes, so that's really nice play from Victory of Lords. It's super smart, so they brought multiple people in to make sure the capture went through faster, but they also all ran in front of the relay, forming a physical barrier between Score Gaming and any attempt to win the round. Very smoothly played, and it's getting to see. This is the Victory of Lords experience of being at the very top levels of MC5 competition. They know how to take advantage of the game mode and how to get those swift wins.
Go4MC5 in a very tight position. His teammate as well, but he goes down. His teammate goes down. Vol final pushing up, getting another kill as well. This is not looking too good for both teams right away either. A 2v2. And it's only been about 30 seconds into the match. What has really happened here? Well, there's so many dead bodies everywhere.
Oh man, yes, incredibly violent up near Big Head. Victory of Lords, of course, with that first round win, gave themselves a bunch of extra power-ups. Now, with most of their squad dead, aren't going to be receiving anywhere near as many benefits. 2v2, honestly, pretty good for Score Gaming from where they were before. Danny L and Cosmic, two strong players from the Score Gaming lineup to try and carry Mexico's hopes into a second round of Rush.
Now, the fact that they only have two players as well, it means they can't really watch as many angles. So Vol is going to be a bit more pressured here. They won't have as much manpower to actually just rush the relay like they did last time. And you can see Score is, at least Cosmic, is going to be trying to peek out, use that Evil Eye Sniper perk, see if he can get any information on where these players are. Danny as well. Looks like Danny's going to be going up, and looks like they haven't realized he's flanking them. Tries to go in for that kill. Looks like he hit him. He does not do enough damage to actually get that.
No, I think it was just a delayed kill because of the morph. Now it's down to Zebra, who takes out Cosmic. It's 1v1, but Danielle is super out of position, forced to mantle across, and I don't know if they can even intervene on this last shot. No, Danielle hits Zebra, and that's the first point for Score.
Last second shot coming in from Danny. Very nice clutch by him.
Oof.
Missing that shot could have meant the round, but he was able to pull through. Now, Score, tied up with Victory of Lords, now has some extra points under their belt to use for these perks. And these perks can be quite useful, especially if you do try to do a tactic like what Vol was doing earlier with rushing to the point. You could actually purchase some bonus capture speed. I believe it's 20% or 25% bonus capture speed. It doesn't even take that many points. However, yes, you do miss out on the extra HP if you go for that first.
Oh man, yes, that's definitely going to be one of the ones for the highlight reel though. That Danielle, incredibly clutch. Coming through, I think there would be a difference of maybe 1 or 2 seconds for Danielle to not give over that round, as Zebra manages to get the pick off from the other side of the map. Score, I think, have had a member disconnect, so that's going to be hurting their chances considerably and cutting out the feet of their momentum somewhat.
Go4MC5 going to be trying to stay in this back area, at least trying to cover the relay from here. He knows they're going to be trying to do some cheeky push again. He's going to be staying in this corner, wait for his team to do some other stuff, and try to take him down from the bottom. But how effective will this be? It really depends on the information the enemy team has on him. If they don't know he's here at all, it'll work out extremely well. But if anyone does have the sniper evil eye, if anyone does spot him, it could be all over. It looks like he did give himself away by shooting, and Stress does come from behind and takes him out.
Very nicely done. One game away for Victory of Lords and that grand finals spot. Mob Crush giveaway is still ongoing at the moment. Get your entries in there while you can. We'll be heading through the giveaways pretty damn fast. Soldier Go running things behind the scenes very swiftly. So we're already getting up to our finals when we did not even hit the 2.5 hour mark yet. Victory Lords and Score Gaming wasting no time whatsoever.
Score. Now, they haven't really gotten the most optimal position every time they're playing on this, or every time they're trying to go to that glass room. However, this time, it looks like they have a slightly better spot. Score going to be a bit further up. We already do see them by the big head as well. However, they do lose they do lose a player, making the score tied.
Zebra, I have to think the one to watch for Victory of Lords here. I mean, I'm impressed that Score Gaming managed to get the early relay capture, which really puts Victory of Lords in an awkward spot. But Zebra, so far, only 1 death and 6 kills. If they stay in play, as they do, Gibbs gets a kill on Vici, but killed immediately by Zebra. If Zebra can't be taken out, I don't know how Score Gaming win here.
Score just trying to milk the time, trying to stop them from pushing at all. We do see Zebra taking out the kill on Kazan. He knows there's one more player there. Gomitax is there, going to be holding the line. He's the last one left alive as well. Just trying to milk these points, because if he is able to just hold on here. Oh, I didn't realize Danny was alive as well. 2 players left. Looks like it doesn't matter. Danny's able to get that kill. Gomitax able to get another one as well. They were able to milk a lot of points from that relay, meaning they are going to be pretty stacked this final round.
Oh boy, this could be it. This could be the time that Score Gaming goes to the finals for, I think, if memory serves, only the 2nd time ever. Because I remember, well, at least the first time I remember seeing Score get to a finals, they did win it themselves. But it's such a rare thing. They are perennially the team that make it through to the semis, but no further. Victory of Lords have been playing this fantastically. It could go either way. And I'm excited to see who gets the first blood and who seizes momentum.
Both teams are on edge. They know how important this final round will be. However, Vol feeling a bit more confident with that first kill, a second kill as well, making it a 3v5. Vol going to be just continuously plunging through all these Score players, getting closer to the relay as well. Being able to capture it right off the bat is going to put a lot of additional pressure on the remaining 2 Score members.
Cosmic and Zentic are last ones standing. It's looking like we could be seeing the history repeating itself, as Zebra has been performing out of their mind in this semi-final game number 3. Score reduced down to a single member. Zentic does get a pick off. It's do or die time for the Mexican team. 1v4 now. It seems impossible, but nothing to lose but the game itself.
And that will be it, as Final is able to headshot him and take him down. Score Gaming fought extremely hard to get to a matchup this close, but Victory of Lords was able to pull through with the early picks they were able to get. Very, very good plays by both sides, however.
Zebra ending that one out, 9 kills and 2 deaths. Incredibly well played. Commiseration to Score. They'll have to keep working on that performance, but it was still very, very close. But Victory of Lords take a well-deserved spot in our grand finals today. We'll have a quick check to see if they will be joined by, let's see, so Dark Chaos versus Noob Tubers going on at the moment. For now, Mob Crush giveaway stays in place. Get your entries in while you can, and we'll be back in 7 minutes or less. Alright guys, we are back. This is our second semi-final of the day as the Noob Tubers from France, our number 2 seed, or number 2 team right now, take on Dark Chaos, a team which appears to be a reskinned version of Violence. We shall see who can come out ahead on Rush as both teams have a game for themselves. MC5 Haxel, we were talking about what you were talking about yourself, about the giveaway on Twitch. Yes, Leah. So Hunter, thank you for answering the question. Sorry about that, Leah. My bad for not getting back to you about that one. So yes, usually there's 3 streams per weekend, 1 which is PC or Android and 2 which are iOS. Next weekend we're planning on having the monthly finals stream. So if you come along for that one, that's the high stakes competition, which is in addition to our normal stream. So next weekend we may well have 5 tournaments over a given weekend. So it should be a whole packed load of action as the teams get to finally cash in on what they have been working towards all this time. Noob Tubers currently in the standings, the league standings, only behind the Royals in terms of points. The Royals not playing today, so Noob Tubers, if they win out here today, have a chance to seize the first place point for themselves. Of course, the same can be said for Vitality as well, but the Noob Tubers definitely favourites. Dark Chaos have a chance to make a name for themselves under their new moniker. Steven Scrum 7, sup. How's it going? We're coming down to the last bit of time in the first round, and it looks like we've got a stack up here from the Noob Tubers. They're going for a relay take on the last possible second, if they're by bringing multiple people into play, and this is becoming, I think, much more widely known about. The Noob Tubers steal away the first round of Rush. Hunter, there is a problem with the YouTube ones in that they seem to be set as private, which is why they're not showing up. If you look on the Twitch page and go through the Twitch archive, you should be able to watch past broadcasts on twitch.tv/moderncombat. Also, for any of you guys who are over on Twitch, if you do spot any good plays like Danielle's really clutch save, please do send me across any Twitch clips of any bits of the match you found enjoyable, and we'll see if we can get them featured on the main MC5 channels. Yes, Hunter. Noob Tubers make the right strategic move and catch Dark Chaos napping. I'm sure that won't work more than once, but still, you might as well go for it if you can. Hero Gaming 7, you've got 4 smiles out of 5, or is it 10? Oh boy, it's such a huge difference depending on what scale of smiliness you use. So, we shall attempt to discern the runes here. We have got Sahand lurking off to the side, with Midday on the very far south of the map. It looks like we might be seeing a 3-pronged, a trident of terror from the Noob Tubers in play here, as we got an assault on north, south, and middle of the map. MC5 to Hacksaw, so the Hacksaw himself has had to step away to attend to some personal business, so it's just me for the rest of the stream. Sorry, maybe I didn't even get around to saying that. But yes, Hacksaw will be joining us again next weekend for Modern Combat 5 action, as Midday goes for the flank, grabs hold of the attention, but there we go, the rest of the Noob team making their move in. They're going to go for the relay once more. We've got the rush down from Compro in close quarters. It's all getting extremely violent, extremely quickly. Compro is going to force through the capture. We've got Valkyrie and Sahand both getting kills off, and the Noob Tubers take their second point. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Noob Tubers looking pretty darn good here. And this is what we get to see. Dark Chaos, or Vio as they sort of are, they certainly have many Vio members in their ranks, falling victim to the Noob Tubers' skill in Rush. I mean, in that last one, I kind of feel like it was more or less anybody's game. The YouTubers now with power-ups in their pockets will be even tougher to take down. Who are the stars so far? It's going to be Bouncy. Faustny? Faustny, I guess, yes. Faustny 3 and 1 so far. I think the strongest individual performance along with Xerix for the dark side. Can that be turned into just a single more point? Dark Chaos really need to wipe out the NoobTubers here if they're going to make their way back into this semi-final Game 3. NoobTubers, one more point will do it. But will it be forthcoming? The tension rises like the tide. But only one can stand, and one will fall. Time ticks away. We've got Sahand lurking behind as well as backup from mid-A. As we're going to see the flankeroonie as there's the first reward kill from the back. Sahand coming in. Dark Chaos getting surrounded here. What will they do? They've got so little time left to work with. Xerix gets 2 kills through. And Ronix able to trade it back. It's going to be down to the wire here. Ronix goes down. Xerix keeps getting the kills through, takes out mid-A. It's now down to Sahand to make the last rush in 1v3. But no! First point secured for Dark Chaos. NoobTubers' strategies don't work this time round. They may have overstepped. Whew. Still, the NoobTubers only need 1 round to advance to our finals. Dark Chaos need to get 2. But with the elimination of the NoobTubers lineup in that last game, all those power-ups the NoobTubers have been building up to this point have been stripped away. And we're back to even Stevens between the two sides. Oh boy. So, it felt like for the NoobTubers, they maybe overreached a little bit to try and attack from multiple angles, especially to try the same tactic against Dark Chaos. I mean, you know, eventually Dark Chaos are going to adjust, they're going to realize they need to be watching their flanks. And, well, as soon as Dark Chaos do that, all they need to do is move as a unit and punish the flank attempt, and it goes wrong very quickly. Hola, Isaac. ¿Cómo están? What is the noise made out of plastic? FC5 tax, I'm not sure what you mean. Is it from the game or is it from me? I don't know. Sahand with the flank. Xerix lurking. Xerix is really the one to watch here. 7 and 1 is just ludicrous. Whether Xerix lives or dies, with them the hope of Dark Chaos. Background noise, huh? I don't know. I can't tell I'm making any particular noise. I don't know, MC5 Daxel. Dark Xerix does get taken out, but Chaos Love able to step up and make the punish down to a single remaining noob player, and Dark Chaos gets another point for themselves. NoobTubers so close, but now it's down to a single round of rush. Well, do a quack? Well, MC5 Daxel, you have to ask nicely. I'm not a quack dispensing machine. I've gotten into that kind of attitude from being around my nieces and nephews so often. I have to tell people to say please on everything. Alright, so Dark Chaos getting together as a group. Sahand going to go for the flank. Oh, Sahand? I don't even know how Sahand hasn't died as of yet, considering that Dark Chaos won the last 2 rounds. And Sahand does get the flank through. But it gets a second as well before finally going down. Well, that's impressive. The only problem with that is the noob tubers really needed to be applying pressure in multiple directions at once, as Mayday going to go for maybe another flank. You can kind of see from the movement of Dark Chaos that they are ready for a flank attempt. Will the noob tubers decide to go for the rush on the point? Will they run down the clock? Hunter, did I open a crisp packet or something? No, I don't think so. I'm really confused where they... wow. MC5 to Hacksaw, that's not okay. I think you still need to work on those boundaries, buddy. Definitely not going to ingratiate yourself to too many people by calling them chubby. Dark Chaos. 3 members against Noob Tubers 4. It looks like the Tubers and Dark Chaos are readying themselves for a last second push. Mid-A, trying to get the pick off, goes down extremely low. Time is running out, and the rush begins. Dark Chaos moving on the point. The capture's going through so quickly. Noob Tubers, they don't even get there in time, and Dark Chaos take their place in the finals. Noob Tubers caught off guard. I don't know how they were caught off guard by that, but they were. And Dark Chaos become our finalists. They go along with Victory of Lords. So that means we need to draw ourselves a Mob Crush winner. Let's see about that now. Alright, our Mob Crush winner will be Gruff. Gruff, I presume Gruff Lunatic. If you could post your dog tag and your platform, we'll get you put down for that. Let's see, Mob Crush, Gruff. And we'll be moving on to YouTube for the duration of our finals. For now though, we will be right back. Catch you guys in just a little itty bit. Alright guys, we are back once again, waiting for our grand finals. Grand finals to get started. And literally the moment I did that, we've got our first pass key. So, never mind. Unfortunately, we won't have time for a community game right at this juncture, because we've just got our first key in. So, as you said before, it's going to be Dark Chaos taking on Victory of Lords for our best of 5 grand finals. The big sack of points and sack of €100 on the line for whoever comes out ahead. Right, so we'll drop you guys in on that as soon as it is available. Tree of Lords. So sorry about that. If we do get a chance, I will try and fit in a community game during the finals or perhaps afterwards. For now though, the giveaway on YouTube remains in place. Hashtag finals on YouTube. Do bear in mind, if you enter multiple times, Nightbot will disqualify you. So a single one is all you need. For now though, we will be right back, hopefully, with that first lobby up. Yes, it is up now, so we'll drop you guys in there while we wait for all the players to get their ducks in order. Enrique, the player, Modern Combat 5 runs at FPS 5 for your phone. That's no good, that's no good at all. Maybe get in touch with Game Loss support and they might be able to give you some suggestions at least. For now though, we'll take a micro break and we'll be back as soon as the players are ready to go. Welcome back, everybody! Streets are destination. Jonathan Yagul, well, thank you for dropping by the stream, as always. It's completely fine to not be a fan of Modern Combat 5. If you just enjoy watching the streams, then that's completely okay. Dulzy, good to see you in the chat. As wow, what a start to our grand finals today. Victory of Lords and Dark Chaos getting absolutely slaughter-tastic in the short range engages on the lower floor here. Oh my, this is absolutely brutal. You gave Leah, you are going to be having quite a treat here. Let's see if we can find those big scorers. Yes, Stress, the captain of Victory of Lords. Or the owner, rather, of Victory Lords. Probably also the captain. Doing a pretty nice job in the opening gambit. Compro gets some good work done in the close quarters before getting finally taken down. Boy, I never quite know how it happens here that we get such close matches when it's so chaotic. See, so it's Vici who has stepped up in that last one. I expect it's oh wait a second, actually Compro he's picked up a BSW on that heavy class and Zebra tears through things. Oh my god, this is absolutely brutal. These streets stained red with Dark Chaos and Victory of Lords blood as well. Dulzy, you're a fan of seeing the Boskin ESL? Yeah, well, the Recon certainly the on-paper counter to the sniper, the preponderance of snipers, so many in pretty much. Vichy getting taken out by Compro in close quarters, as no Lord's team might be able to break out ahead here, as we start to move towards slightly more open ground. Oh boy, Samuel P, 1122. Oh man. Well, we're getting towards the end of the game and the entire thing has been this incredibly insane exchange of close range fighting. These two teams tearing chunks out of one another. Some of the most extreme Modern Combat 5 I think I've ever seen, as Compro gets taken down in the close quarters and Victory of Lords need only a single kill more to secure that first Grand Finals game. Kiddo does get two, and Love trying to use the undershot won't go through this time round. Victory Lords get their first finals victory, and good lord, that was absolutely bonkers. Let's take a look and see how things are looking. So, Vici, the one to look for, 11 and 6 in that last round, 52-46. And yes, honestly, everyone else had pretty much even kill death ratio. So Vici definitely gonna be our MVP for the first round. But we'll head to break. YouTube giveaway is currently live. Will end when our when our finals concludes. So get your entries in while you can, and we'll be back soon. Welcome back, guys. Our second game of our grand finals beckons. Victory of Lords versus Dark Chaos. Scramble, our next destination. Victory of Lords, if they win out this time round, put themselves in a great position to close out the whole finals. Last time was incredibly brutal in the close quarters, but not so much possible on Scramble with these big open sightlines. You can see Hangar 01 over in the distance. And Uno, who's been notorious for this imp play, the tier 6 sniper, gets a chance to really thrive and show what they're made of. Spots a Dark Chaos member, or maybe not. Of course, on the Spectator we get the outlines of the players. It isn't the case necessarily for Victory of Lords. They're having to guess a little bit more, look for some kind of little peeky hole to pick up a kill through. As final, we'll find another for the French squad. Let's see, what have we got going on here? Kiddo is going to try and sneak around the side as the sniping seems to be favouring Victory Lords ever so slightly. Vici gets one, our MVP from last round, as Kiddo makes the flank round. I think has been spotted out, or at least now certainly Victory Lords where, and Vici going to be able to pick up the second kill for them. And Victory Lords looking extremely strong in the first opening minute and a half. Whew. Let's see. So yes, Uno and Vici, this is kind of what we expected coming into the second one. Those are probably, well, at least from memory, the most proficient snipers on the Victory of Lords side. And in a sniper-centric map like this, they are most likely to thrive. On the side of Dark Chaos, who's getting the kills? It's Xerix, who's been doing some pretty nice stuff. I don't recall seeing Xerix from other things before, but I'm fully prepared to be wrong. Let's see. So Xerix is a violence player, but I don't know how much they've played. Let's see. They have been part of the Red June and Makeup, so, and also the April finals. So I don't know. Kiddo does get one off the Dark Chaos side. Victory Lords stay ahead. I wonder if this game is going to blow open later on. Certainly Dark Chaos seem to be kind of creeping back up. So you see short range fighting breaking out. Vici goes for the knife kill and gets it. Victory Lords now only ahead by a single kill. Make that 2 as Final finds one more. And we get more or less a reset. Compro, notable from before, struggling so far in this game, but takes out Zebra for their second kill. The Recon, a bold choice to take on Scramble, but very effective in the close quarters. Uno gets cut down, and that's the equalization that Dark Chaos were looking for. The kills remain the same, the trades remain the same. We're almost at the halfway point, and it's almost dead even. Now, Victory of Lords have been ahead by just a couple of kills for a while. Astra looking for the hit onto Final, taking out one of the stronger members of the team. In fact, yes, the most kills. It's still going to be Xerix, who identified from the very start of the game with the best kill-death ratio right now. Let's see, it's... Oh, wow, okay, let's go. 3 kills coming through there. Stress taking one of them. As Dark Chaos do manage to actually punch back relatively quickly, which is surprising given how many they just lost in that last exchange. You can see here, Dark Chaos kind of trying to approach through and lock down as much space as possible. Victory of Lords redeploying to occupy Hangar 01 as Uno gets tagged, not taken down, crucially. Gonna get a chance to recover themselves as Compro picks up another kill. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. 2 minutes 30 left to play. Dark Chaos get a couple more picks off. Chaos Kiddo doing a pretty nice job before getting finally taken down. I don't even know which team's going to come out ahead here. It looks like the kind of game where both teams are only taking risks when they need to, and that's why we're seeing such close score lines, because as each team gets ahead, they fall back, and the other team comes to them. Stress and Final, both with shots off for themselves. Victory of Lords starting to build some space, some momentum. 2 minutes left to play. Xerix keeps looking strong, as it looks like Dark Chaos are actually down to 4 members. Compro and Asta both get eliminated. And of course, most importantly, Xerix taken out as well. Victory of Lords finding themselves in the late game here. Uno keeps the kills coming. We've got the drone up in the sky. Going to provide a little bit of extra information about the positioning of Dark Chaos and make this sniping so much easier than it would be otherwise, as Uno escapes barely with their life, trying to wait for that regen to kick in and at least give them more avenues of escape. Dark Chaos falling seriously behind here. Xerix, I think, is still going to be the one to watch for the Dark Chaos side. Yes, the only one with that real big number scoreline, 10 and 8. Not the breakout performance that could bring Dark Chaos back into the game, but certainly the strongest performing member right now, as Kiddo comes back in, who also was doing very well, and their absence in this last part of the match could be crucial for giving Victory of Lords their second victory here. Dark Chaos stacking up. They managed to take out Uno. They're trying to bring sheer volume of gunfire. Zebra does get one back before Stress is eliminated as well. If Victory of Lords don't match strength with strength, they could lose their lead. Asta takes out Uno. The numbers game working out pretty well here as Vici goes down. Compro the one to take the kill with the incredibly gross melee. And there we go, tied up 35 to 35. The big numbers of Dark Chaos paying off. The Stress taken out. 36 to 36. We are going to sudden death. Oh man. So I like that from Dark Chaos. They bring it down to the wire, but they bring their whole team to bear, which makes it so very hard to force for a kill. And Wait a second, Dark Chaos dropping 2 members there. This gives Victory Lords a huge opening to abuse and get through that one last team fight, one less set of kills. I don't know if Victory Lords are aware this opportunity has arisen though. Josias dos Santos Suarez. Yes, congratulations to Mexico on their World Cup football win. Chaos Love doing a pretty amazing job along with Kiddo. And it comes down to Final versus Love. Well, now it does. Now Stress just got eliminated. Lack versus Lack. Hugely important for both teams. Let's keep our eyes on how they maneuver around one another. So with this being a sudden death, there is no end game here apart from one or the other being put in the dirt. Whew. YouTube giveaway is still on for the time being. Hashtag fans if you haven't entered in on that already. Excuse me. Trying to go for a roll. It didn't work. There we go. Already. I think my rolled R's are a little weird. Woof. Please not 2 years later. Yes, Sonic, still something to try and figure out is this sudden death, which unfortunately does tend to lend itself to an incredibly long game. I'm not sure the players even know where each other is, because not without the evil eye. Shot in the back! And Dark Chaos take game number 2. I don't know why going into that main area with your back facing towards the enemy was the appropriate choice there, but hey, perhaps anticipating something else than what ultimately ended up happening. Dark Xerix looking very good. But for now, that's 1 apiece. Our finals continues, and we'll be back in just a few minutes with game number 3. Welcome once more. Our finals tied up. We turn to the rooftops to find an advantage for either the Victory of Lords or Dark Chaos teams. What do you guys think? Will we see Dark Chaos surprise once more? Or will it be all about the French Victory of Lords squad? Interesting. Early exchange of gunfire, a little reminiscent of the first encounter of these two on the streets. Brutal, but equally meted out punishment. Final, getting mixed up in close quarters, falls victim to the kiddo themselves. Let's see, who's getting the numbers here? It's Zebra. Just about surviving that last encounter with lack in hand. Looking pretty good so far. Looks like Victory Lords were going to try and take over this rooftop and fire down. Punch down on the Dark Chaotic team. Zebra does get tagged by a wallbang, but not enough to put a serious dent in their complexion. What are you guys talking about on the YouTube page? Top-notch Gruff Lunatic? Ah, Gruff Lunatic, what are you up to? I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I'm sure Gruff Lunatic is only the coolest, because that's just the default state of being. Asta, taking the... This is a very classic spot, which we've seen a few different players using. Sit behind the steps, and just anytime you see any kind of colour change in that skylight, fire through. And it's effectively a free kill, because it's essentially impossible to see you when you're down there. I have to think that that spot has to become, you know, just a place that people just don't go, as I think Asta may have just missed out on an opportunity there, but Xerix able to pick up one of their own from a different angle. Xerix looking extremely good, probably our MVP from the second round in particular, also very strong this time around, with 2/3 of the Dark Chaos team's kills. Make that even more exclusively lying from the barrel of a lack that Xerix has wielded. Off screen, and we'll attempt to find out what's going on. We've got a big exchange of kills that leaves Dark Chaos ahead. Stress going to drop down. It looks like Victory of Lords going to mix up their strategy, and it's working out pretty damn well as they get 3 or 4 kills in a row and take the lead away from Dark Chaos. Chaos Love and Kiddo firing back though. Still anyone's game as Dark Chaos now themselves take the lead. Love mixing things up in the close quarters and finalizes the job with a knife to meet ya. Hunter, counterfeit switch to live chat if you are on live chat. I'm not sure what you mean, Hunter. What do you mean by live chat as opposed to what? Looking through old bits of the chat? Switch live chat if you're on top chat. I don't think I am. Let's just have a quick check. I use the restream. Oh, interesting. I didn't realise that was a thing, Hunter. Thank you for that. No, I didn't even notice that there was a difference between live chat and top chat. Thank you for the information. I think I probably see all of the comments through my restream client anyway, but it's worth knowing that that's an option. 3 minutes left to play. Victory of Lords have seized the advantage and are back on the rooftop of the rooftops once more. I think trying to mix things up a little bit and not give Chaos a chance to punish. Hola, mi amigo. I'll try not to read out anything which I don't know what it means though in the chat in Spanish, because I could end up saying something silly and people were trying to get me to say silly stuff before. Compro doing a nice job there with the grenade launcher in close range. As Love able to take out Zebra. Still, Victory of Lords in a pretty strong position here. Stress coming in from the side, and with the help of Final, we'll get another kill through. think the rooftops certainly trending Victory of Lords right now. Victory of Lords team on the move, looking for further victims. Dark Chaos, I think, are going to struggle to make up this big difference, though. Chaos Lovey doing a very nice job there with the BSW to make up some ground. Top chat mode filters out potential spam. Oh, thank you very much. Hola mi amigo. Means hello, my friend. Yes, that's one which I think I did figure out that one. I think it was something, I can't remember what it was exactly, but it was something more complex than that. I wasn't sure exactly what they were saying, so I didn't want to repeat it, or attempt to repeat it out loud. Man, Uno has been so many kills, but I think it's going to be Final who's going to take that really the top spot, keeping those death numbers down relatively low. Of course, as soon as I say that, actually, looking at the numbers, I think Stress has got the best kill-death ratio right now with 2-1. It's going to find the flank and take out Xenix. Second point secured for Victory of Lords. It could be all over at the end of the next round. So, get your entries in while you can. We'll take a break and be back as soon as possible. Volveremos en seguida. Once more unto the breach, dear friends. Victory of Lords versus Dark Chaos. Dark Chaos switching over to the blue this time round. Victory of Lords over on the red. Let's see these two competitors. Show us what you got. Chaos Kiddo very nicely placed grenades that completely stymies Victory of Lords, stacking up on the stairs. The perfect place for the assault class Chaos Kiddo to make use of those multiples to really lock down the area. Uno though still going to charge forward over the bodies of their comrades, and final gets a nice couple of kills through as well before finally falling down to love. Stress backs off for the time being, waiting for those respawns to come in. Decides now to go back in. Oh, that was nicely played. Distracts Love while their teammate comes trying to shoots them in the back. Extreme Gamers, you think Vol will win? Surely. Wow. I think it's by no means a surefire thing. Stress and Uno both getting kills through there. Oh boy, Uno is going off in this game. 6-4 so far. Going after member of Dark Chaos and taking them to pieces. Chaos Love tries to go for the rush down, can't manage to land it. Asta finally puts them down. Let's check in with Xerix, who's done so well in the previous games, but this time round is taking a step back and allowing for Chaos Lovey to take the limelight, such as it is. Uno, though, I think is definitely doing fantastic in this game. Yes, outstanding along with Final, picking up so many kills. Xerix, boy. It's looking like Victory of Lords on Vantage are very close to securing themselves the victory for today. As we mentioned before we started, Victory of Lords, one of our top ranked teams at the moment. This win, if it does happen, would be enormously important for their seeding in the monthly finals. And right now they seem to be on a collision course with what could easily be the first place. Captain Zomi, you like Scramble. What is it you like about Scramble that makes it your favourite map? I like the creativity of play which is available in the map. There's lots of different ways to approach individual problems and lots of ways to fight each other. So that's what I like about it, but what about you? Hunter, you like canals. I also like canals. I think you and me, Hunter, were the only ones who do. I think there's a lot of potential in canals. I think it maybe needs to be looked back at again. Maybe to be revised and re-released as an ESL compatible map. Maybe divided into maybe 2 maps or something. I think that would work pretty well. Actually, I'm going to write that down. I think that could work pretty well. Let's see. Put it in my notes. Make canal into 2 smaller maps for ESL. That could be an interesting idea. Because that'll be a lot less work than coming up with an entirely new map. Hunter, you are also throwing your weight behind Victory Lords. I think that's a safe bet right now. Unless we see some kind of dark miracle from the Dark Chaos squad. There's so little room for Dark Chaos to work with now that, I mean, it's a pretty damn safe bet, especially with Uno picking up so many kills. The deaths honestly aren't going to matter a huge amount. Final is the one getting the real MVP performance though, keeping those deaths down low. Extreme Gamer, you PC players won't ever play against Android and iOS players, because yes, it is keyboard versus controller or touchscreen. It's never going to be remotely an even contest. Hunter, you got a headshot with a grenade. I've definitely seen that happen. I guess it's just when you hit someone, when it explodes above somebody. Stress, wow, Victory of Lords, looking to get the absolute slam dunk here. Ahead by 15, and there we go. Victory Lords will be our victors today. They take the full 100 Go4 points. They take the full 100 euros for winning out here, and they advance their cause for the monthly finals considerably. letting Soldier Girl know, who has been our ever wonderful admin for the day. Final, getting the MVP. Ooh, sorry, wrong person. There we go. Getting the MVP performance for that round. Very, very nice stuff. For now, though, we will set ourselves up with a custom game to end out today's stream. And of course, while we're doing that, let's get ourselves a YouTube winner. Who's it going to be? One player from Germany. I think you won yesterday. There you go, one player from Germany. If you are still around, make yourself known and we'll get you marked down as our winner. Congratulations, one player from Germany. Yes, you won yesterday on YouTube. Gosh, Nightbot likes you a lot. Alright. So, one player, when we hear from you, I guess I don't want to take your details from yesterday in case you want it on a different platform. So, let's create this next game. Let's go for... Let's go for canals. We very rarely see it. So ESL 1, 2, 3 team battle, all the good stuff, all the normal stuff. Let's throw the commander in. Commander needs some love. Get the fast spawn on and let's get started. Aha, one player from Germany. Thank you. Good to see that you are there to receive your prize. So, as always, global chat, invite, or use the pass key to get in, and we'll get started once we've got 6. Yes, Hunter, as you say, congratulations to Victory Lords for a well-earned victory, and commiserations to Dark Chaos. But the commander does not need love. I disagree with you. Hopefully we'll get some of our ESL friendos playing today. We've certainly got MIT, which is a lot of fun. Ideally, I'd like to fill up the canals because it's a big old map. I really genuinely think that you could make like 2 perfectly serviceable team battle maps, or like 1 or 1.5. Keep those invites coming on. One player from Germany. Okay, yep, same details as before. That's good to confirm, though. Sometimes people change them, I don't want to assume. I'm afraid, Zero Lee, I don't know about the status of Modern Combat Versus on all devices. I would maybe get in touch with Gameloft support. That's support.gameloft.com. And they should be able to at least give you a better idea than I can. I'm afraid I'm not privy to that kind of thing. Let's see if we can get at least 1 or 2 more folks in place. Alright, we've got 3v3. I'll throw out 1 more invite and then we'll get started. Hopefully we can get ourselves all filled up, but I don't want to keep you guys waiting too much longer, so let's get going. Commander needs a major nerf. Oh boy. What kind of nerf do you think would be good for the Hunter? So, once this game is underway, you can of course come and join in anytime you please. For now though, it's 3v3! Or unless someone joined while we were loading. We shall see. This will be our last game of the day. Again, congratulations to Victory of Lords on becoming our weekly champions. And thank you to you guys for coming and watching today's proceedings. Hunter, I can get that. I do feel like the commander needs probably a little bit more, kind of needs some level of revising, design-wise, as opposed to just number tweaking. You know, because I kind of think like a bigger window in the shield or something like that Captain Lauer, what is a good gun in Modern Combat 5? Well, if you're going to believe these players, it is the LAC. It's probably the most primary one. Captain Zoe, just shoot the leg or head. I'm sorry, maybe if the commander held the shield a little bit less low. I'm going to write that down as a potential option. Make commander head shotable. So if the commander had a little bit more head exposed, perhaps that would be better. I think personally speaking, I think in order to have a sort of healthy commander, I think you've probably got to adjust the design somewhat so that it's easy to kind of tell if the commander goes into ESL, then there's kind of levers you can change. Prime Gaming Esports, welcome to the stream. We're just tidying up here of our last tournament of the weekend with a community game. These are all people who have been watching the game, playing for your amusement, along with a few familiar faces. You can always join in with ESL 1, 2, 3 until we get filled up. Yes, Prime Gaming, we will be back next weekend. If you take a look at the ESL page. Captain Zoe, yes, you're right. The reason why I really want to see the commander get into ESL is because I don't think you can really judge the balance of it until it's being played in competitive play, because the teams will learn to adjust. Oh boy, MIT playing one of our pro players with a fantastic record so far. I think probably the best individual record by a long margin. Yes, as expected. Hunter, yep, I do agree. I feel like you've got to try and find the balance of the commander must be able to do its job, which is to try and provide movable terrain, but at the same time it shouldn't be unpleasant to play against them. And I can understand why that could easily be the case if there is no obvious way to fight them. I was thinking, what do you guys think about the idea that the commander would be vulnerable to melee kills? This is something that just occurred to me, and I don't know if it's a good idea or not. But that maybe the commander... I think, what did I see? I was watching a Detroit Become Human stream, and in that someone grabbed a riot shield off of someone and then beat them up with it. So I don't know if this is actually a good idea or not, but how about if when you melee kill someone, you steal their shield, or just maybe in some way that they're more vulnerable to melees? I don't know. Just spitballing, really. Yes, Hunter, that is the whole thing. It's making it have a purpose defensive. Making the commander have a purpose defensively without being unfun to play either with or defensive or against. But yeah, you're a fan of beating the commander with their own shield. I think that's incredibly unlikely because that sounds really technically hard to do. But it's a cool idea. Yeah, I think I think that could be a thing if you just if you could maybe make, I'm sure you could make a sort of commander just have a general debuff that they are more, that their melee range, which they can be killed from, is larger than everyone else. I don't know if that's, again, I don't know if it's possible, but hey. Anyway, thank you guys for dropping by the stream today. That is it for us for the moment. Your commentators for today have been myself, Peter Counterfeit Hunnell. You can find me at CounterfeitCast on the Twitters, and Haxel, who, what is his Twitter? Offhand, I have to go and look it up. Of course, Modern Combat is found on Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch under just Modern Combat. Haxel is, let's see, is Mr. OMG WTF Haxel on the Twitters, so I'm sure they appreciate a follow if you have not already. But yes, so Counterfeit Cast for me, Mr. OMG WTF Hacksaw for Hacksaw, and Modern Combat on all the channels. All the good stuff. Prime Gaming Esports, thank you for dropping by. Please do come back next weekend for more Modern Combat 5 action. But for now, thank you all for being a wonderful audience, and we'll see you again soon.